Rise and grind. Guys, my name is Tetsyumi, and welcome back to episode 20 of our Terraria 1.4 Calamity mod playthrough. And gamers, before this episode even starts, I do just want to issue a very brief apology that there was no episode of anything on Tuesday. It is my finals week right now. Technically, it still is, even though I'm recording this episode. And because of that, I was... Honestly, it's a lie to say I was focused on my studies. I was not focused on my studies, but I was busy doing other stuff, such as packing my room, because I obviously go to college in a different place than where I live, so now that it is summer vacation, I am home for the summer, but that is also why, if you guys notice, the microphone might sound a little bit different. There might be more echo or less echo, honestly, I don't even know, but also I do have the fan running in the background. It's on the lowest setting it can be on because it's hot in my room, but that is still running. Hopefully you guys shouldn't be able to hear that, but if you can, I do apologize, but that's why things might sound a little bit different. But with all that out of the way, what are we actually doing in this episode? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer, because this episode should actually be another pretty fun one. Like last episode, we do have pretty much just the main goal of just taking down some bosses. So as you can see here, we want to take down bosses such as the Empress of Light, Ravager, and possibly the Old One's Army, which would be Betsy. I said that in a bit of a weird order. It would go Empress of Light, then Old One's Army, and then Ravager. But also, if you guys noticed when I showed you my to-do list, there is also one different thing, which is in all caps, and that is change our class. Because if you guys don't remember, I am sort of giving myself, not really the challenge, but the rule that after every few bosses or so, or after every few episodes, it's not really strict, I will change my class just so I can get a good feel of all the different Calamity weapons and all the different classes, and also just because I thought it would be very fun. So I figured after we take on either Empress of Light or maybe Old One's Army, then we can go ahead and change our class based off of like any cool weapons that we get from the boss drops. So that is my plan, and then after we change our class, we can go ahead and fight Ravager, and that should be a good episode. So with all that being said, I don't know what class I'm going to change into. I'm thinking about just basing it off of the weapons I get from either Empress of Light or Old One's Army, because I know that Old One's Army, like once you get to the Betsy tier, has a lot of really cool weapons that can drop. So I was thinking maybe if we get one particular cool one, we can go ahead and base our class off that. Like if we get a cool melee weapon, we can go melee. If we get a cool range weapon, we can go range. Something like that. But obviously, it's not strict. And if you guys do have any suggestions for classes or weapons in the comments, then go ahead and let me know, because I will read them and I will base the class I choose off of those if you guys have any suggestions. But with all that being said, it is time for Empress of Light. So, you might remember in the last episode, I tried to fight Empress of Light, and it was really hard because basically, my only hollow biome was over here, and I could get none of the prismatic lace wings to spawn, which is what you use to summon the Empress of Light. So what I ended up doing is I ended up converting this area over here into a hollow biome so that I could get myself some of the prismatic lace wings, which I've gotten 3 of. And honestly, that wasn't too hard. The Steampunker sells the chlorinator, the Clentaminator, because obviously I have all 3 mechanical bosses defeated, so I went ahead and got some of that. I got some of the hollowed solution, and I just converted this small area into the hollow, and that worked out pretty well. So yeah, I do have myself some lace wings. I only have 3 of them, so hopefully we can take it down in 3 attempts, because these things are a little bit annoying to farm for, but I'm rambling. With all that being said, let's go ahead and actually wait for nighttime and get into this first boss fight. Alright, ladies and germs, it is finally time for us to fight the the Empress of Light, using the prismatic lacewing. So, hopefully this should go decently. I'm opting to use the, whatever this summon was, the summon we got from the Plaguebringer Goliath, as well as my Stardust Cell Staffs. So hopefully we have like a good spread of damage, and then obviously I have my like accessories and stuff like that. Hope this goes well. I'll probably end up putting like a few turrets down or something, but honestly I don't think that the turrets will even really do much. But for the actual strategy, I'm just going to do the same thing I did in the end of last episode, where I'm just going to run along this big sky bridge that I made, and hopefully that works out. But I guess with all that being said, let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, wow! So, there was a new attack. There was, like, some weird diagonal and then, like, horizontal, like, swords. And it was pretty much just, like, don't get hit. which, wow, okay. That was a little bit tricky. I feel like we will be able to get out of that pretty easily with the Rod of Discord, maybe? But I was really not expecting that. Okay. I mean, not bad for our first attempt. I'm going to say that. Ooh, okay. Damn. You know, that was a really good attempt. I'll probably only include the end of it, but she didn't do that one, like, weird diagonal sword attack that time. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just need to, like, have high enough health to, like, defend that one attack and then just, like, get lucky with the attack patterns. Maybe. But we do have one more attempt before I need to farm a few more of the summons. So hopefully we can take her down this time, or at the very least get closer. Four attempts and I only needed one. Oh my god. There we go. I did start getting hit by a lot of stuff at the end there. So, like, it wasn't a perfect run or anything. But, like, that was still a really good attempt. That was really good. I am probably not gonna do that fight during the day. Just because, like, I don't think I really have the mobility right now to, like, for sure no-hit it. I think I probably could if I gave it, like, a lot of attempts. But I think for now, this is good enough. I will happily take this win. Let's go ahead and check out the lore if you guys want to see that. Here it is. I ain't reading all that. TLDR, boring all hell. Let's go ahead and open up the treasure bag. 3, 2, 1, bam. Wow, we got shafted. Oh my god. God. Really? That sucks. We got the wings, which, like, okay. And then we got, like, the 100% guaranteed drop, which is the Story Insignia. Wow, okay. You know what? Just for that, I'm going over here. We're gonna buy ourselves a few more treasure bags. Because I just want to get on with my life. I don't really feel like doing that boss fight, so many times. Let's go ahead and do vanilla treasure bags. Here we go. 3 platinum. That is so... Dude, I only have 3 platinum. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do it. 3, 2, 1, bam. You know what? We got a mask and the terraprisma. Fine. That's fine by me. You know what? I'll actually take the terraprisma because you know what that means? That just means that once we actually do the Old One's Army event, which we're going to do right now, then we'll have a better summoning weapon to actually do that with, because the terraprisma, I can't even speak. Terraprisma is sick. Like, look at this. I can summon, like, so many of these things, too. How many? I think that's it, but, like, oh my god, dude, this looks so cool. Like, look at this. Damn. I've never actually used the terraprisma. I still can't say it. But, like, I've never used it with a full summoning set. This is the most I've ever had. It looks so cool. This looks honestly so sick. So, with this, let's go ahead and, I guess, get ourselves an arena just, like, up here, right? And, you know what? Before we do that, obviously a solar eclipse has to happen, obviously, because, like, if we want to do anything in this game, first we need to take out, like, 3 arbitrary events. Duh. Look at Mothron get absolutely shredded. Oh my god. This is as good a spot as any. Let's go ahead and put this thing down, and I suppose we just start the event. Like, if we do that... Oh, can we not do it because it's on platforms? Maybe not. Okay, this area should work. It's decently flat. I don't think there's gonna be quite as much space. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and put this thing, I guess, here instead. I don't think I'm making use of the full range that this thing has, so the enemies might be coming in a little bit closer than I would have liked. But, you know what? At least it works. Yeah, wow, they're actually super... And why is a perforator spawn... Why are you spawning? Go... Go away. Alright, well, here we go. This next stage is stage 7, which is the stage that Betsy, the dragon, comes in. I mean, so far, honestly, it's been really, like, stupid easy. I've just been standing in the center and letting my, my terraprisma do all of the work. So, I guess fingers crossed, but, yeah, here's Betsy. Betsy is a brutally hard fight, for vanilla at least, so hopefully it's not nearly as hard for modded, but I guess let's just see. You know, she's already, like, almost halfway down, so we're doing pretty good. We just need to really worry about keeping the metal actually, like, defended, like, the crystal defended. Alright, you know what? Honestly, I don't know what I was worried about. My health is looking real low right now, but, yeah. No, that was just, that was nothing. That was actually just nothing. There we go. And we got 165 defender medals from that. That is insane. That's so crazy. Oh my god. terraprisma is OP. terraprisma is actually OP. And now that we have defeated the Old One's Army event, we can go ahead and take a look at what we got from Betsy, and then base our next loadout on what we get as the drops, probably. At least, you know, if we get a cool drop, then for sure. But either way, we're going to change our loadout. So let's go ahead and see what we got in 3, 2, 1, bam! And, hey, look at that, you know what we got? We got the melee weapon. We got the 218 Flying Dragon melee weapon, which is actually so sick. Like, look at this. It's a little bit underwhelming compared to, like, all the, all the insane modded items and stuff we have. But this is a super, super good weapon in vanilla Terraria. And honestly, you know what? Me going back to being melee in the Calamity mod, I'm happy with that. I am for sure happy with that. Because the Calamity mod and melee, swords in general, the Calamity mod and swords go together like butter on toast. It's absolutely insane. And we also did get ourselves the Betsy's wings, which are pretty cool. They do like the horizontal flight time thing, which is very sick. So there you go. You can fly very fast horizontally. I'll probably not have that on just because I don't really need it. But gamers, now that we know what our next class is gonna be, being the melee class, we can officially go on to the last thing we want to do for this episode. Well, technically second to last, which is going to be completely change our loadout and then give Ravager a fight. And when I say completely change our loadout, I mean everything pretty much has to go. All of these summoner accessories, the summoner armor, all of these summoner weapons that we've been accruing over the past few episodes, they're all gone. I mean, not like gone. They're gonna be in my, you know, inventory here, or my storage here. But they're gone. We're gonna have to get ourselves all new weapons, all new armor, all new accessories to hopefully make ourselves as overpowered as we can be with the stuff we have now, so we can, you know, go ahead and fully switch to the melee stat. But with that being said, obviously some of this stuff I am gonna keep on. Like, I'm gonna keep on the Angel Treads and, like, the Moab and the Asgard's Valor. And honestly, I might even keep on the Heart of the Elements, because even though it's, like, technically a summoner accessory, I just like it. Like, it is my favorite accessory in the game. It's great. But I guess we'll see. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to do a little bit of looking off camera to see what weapons and armor and accessories and stuff we can get. I'll probably put that all on, and then I will meet you guys back when I have everything in my character kitted out, and we can go ahead and give Ravager a fight. Here's the before, and here is the after. So as you can see, I got myself 3 brand new weapons: the Omniblade, the Tyrant Yarum's Ultisword, and the Entropic Claymore. I went back to the Hydrothermic Armor, except this time I got myself the melee variant, so I got myself the melee armor. I got myself a brand new set of wings, the Cloaked Heddle Mantle, which is the wings that you can make with the Hydrothermic Armor, and because of that, I get myself a little bonus of 5% increased damage while I have the Hydrothermic Armor on. Got myself the Fire Gauntlet, the Evasion Scarf, and I put myself back on the Warding Bloody Worm Scarf. Also, I forgot that I need to also give these way better reforges to also give them warding. But with that being said, this is what our loadout is going to look like for at least Ravager, probably the next few episodes if I had to imagine. But there is one more thing that I have not mentioned to you guys, which is that we can make ourselves the true bioblade, which of course was the upgrade to the bioblade, which was the upgrade to the broken bioblade. However, with that being said, if I go ahead and look up true in my inventory here, we actually can't craft it. And the one ingredient we're missing to be able to craft this thing is actually Astral Bar, which, if you guys don't remember from a few episodes ago, this was a problem because we are at the stage of progression where we should easily be able to mine all this astral ore and make astral bars. However, I believe that either our world or our character or something is glitched to where we actually can't mine any of this astral ore. So basically, once you've defeated Astrum Aureus, wherever he is, like all the way up here, after you defeat Astrum Aureus, as long as you have a pickaxe that is higher or at 210 pickaxe power, which is the same pickaxe power that the pick saw is at, if I can spell right, that the pick saw is at, right, then you should be able to mine astral ore. However, for some reason we can't, and I'm really not sure why. I did go off camera and try and mine more. I tried a few different methods, but for some reason it just won't work. We can't mine astral ore, and it's really bad. So, unfortunately, guys, I think we're gonna have to cheat just a little bit. I will go ahead and buy and get myself here 3 bars of astral ore, and we'll just go from here. Like, all I need is 3. This is all I'm gonna take. I even tried and went and, like, defeated some astral slimes, but for some reason, the astral slimes also won't drop astral ore. So for some reason, our world just completely thinks that we, like, can't mine astral ore. And, you know, maybe there was some, like, Calamity update or something, because I did go back and check the wiki again. So, like, as far as the wiki is concerned, and as far as I am concerned, we should be able to mine astral ore. But, I don't know, our world is just glitched or something like that, but there we go. A teensy tiny bit more cheating, even though it's really not, because we should have the ability to actually mine it. But there we go. And with that last weapon acquired, these are the 4 weapons that I wanted to test out and probably bring into the Ravager fight just because they seemed very, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly get myself the legendary modifier on this. I'll go ahead and reforge these 2. We'll test out these weapons and then test them out in a real fight against Ravager. Reforges are now officially all complete. Everything has wording on them, and all of my weapons have legendary on them. So let's go ahead and go on top of my house here and test out some of these weapons. Now, first, I'm actually going to go ahead and test out the Omniblade. I guess we'll go in order here, and I'll show you guys how I actually crafted these things. So the Omniblade was actually insanely easy. All I needed was the katana from the Traveling Merchant, some life alloy, and then some cores of Calamity. And this weapon, as far as I know, is sort of just like a true melee thing, where it only has... yeah, it only has, like, one projectile, if you were. It's really just the sword swing. There's no actual projectiles. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't... Wow. Wow. Oh, my God. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it does a lot of damage, but oh, my God. That is way more damage than I thought it was doing. Than I expected it to do. Oh, my God. Like, 5,000? Hovering a little over 5,000 damage per swing. Or not per swing, but in total. That's insane. That is really good. Wow, okay. I'm already impressed. Omniblade, I thought that was going to be the weakest one, but I'm impressed. Next, we have the legendary Tyrant Yarham's ulti sword, and this one is super cool, because what this does is it fires homing blazing blades, and gives the player the Tyrant's Fury buff upon enemy hits, and the buff increases melee damage by 30% and melee crit chance by 10%. So you already know this thing is going to be cool, just because it has a homing projectile. So I'll zoom out a little bit, and here we go, we can see that. Oh my God, dude, this is sick. A decent homing. It looks like the projectile also lingers, so like, if it's, if there's a situation where, like, it's lingering and then the boss comes near it, then they'll home in on it, which I love. That's great. The projectile itself doesn't go too far, but again, because it homes, it doesn't really need to. It also fires really fast. Like, damn. That's impressive. What is the damage with just a projectile? It looks like it's around about 2,000 with just a projectile. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. Now, the projectile with the true melee hit. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, interesting. You know what? It's honestly around the same. Like, the damage has not really increased, which is strange. I feel like it would have, but you know what? Honestly, 2,000 damage is still respectable, especially for a weapon I don't need to get the true melee hits with. Like, I can just kind of fly around and aimlessly swing this thing, and it probably will hit the boss. So, yeah, not bad. Next up, we have the legendary Entropic Claymore, and this weapon is absolutely insane. So also, wait, I completely forgot. I didn't even show you guys how I made the Tyrant Yarham's ulti sword. So it was pretty much just, I needed a flask, I needed the Broken Hero sword, and I needed the stages before it, which again, were just more flasks and stuff like that. Really easy sword to make, not hard at all. And now we can move on here to the legendary Entropic Claymore. And the way I made this was actually very cool, because technically we should not have this weapon. This weapon was another weapon that came from us cheesing the Ancient Manipulator and also some of the pillar events. So basically, when we were defeating the pillars, we got some of these meld blobs, and we could make that into meld constructs thanks to us getting the Ancient Manipulator. And then from there, we could just straight up make this sword. And this sword seems very, very cool, because this sword, just like the Tyrant Yarham's ulti sword, also has a spread of homing plasma balls. It has a homing projectile, which I'm a sucker for homing projectiles. I think it's awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Ooh. Okay, I thought it was gonna be more like the magnet sphere ball, but no, it's sort of like a nice little streamline. I can't even really tell what it is because of like the fire gauntlet effect. Very cool. No, I mean, it's sick. The homing, again, really decent homing. It looks like, oh, that was weird. Like, if it stops homing on the dummy, it goes, like, real slow for some reason. But let's go ahead and take a look at this weapon's damage. It looks like, ooh, okay. It is hovering around 3 million, that would be insane. 3,000, so it is 1,000 higher than the Yoram's ulti sword, which is good to know. Now, what does it do with the true melee hits? Yeah, again, it's right about the same. So I guess true melee just doesn't really matter for these kind of swords with, like, homing projectiles. But, again, very cool. So this does more damage than this one automatically, so this one is very cool. And then, last but not least, we obviously have ourselves the true bioblade. So at the moment, I don't have any augmentations on it, but we can go ahead and take a look at the normal hit, what it's going to do. Again, respectable, pretty small hitbox, but it does a lot of damage, almost, like, what, 2,500, 2,000 damage per second? Yeah, not bad, and I'm sure with the attunements, it's just going to be absolutely crazy. Oh my god, that was sick. So this attunement that I have on it right now is the one for the forest biome, and I'm pretty sure this will shoot a whoa! Oh, it's completely different. What? Oh my god! Yo, what? Oh my god. What I am at a what? I'm at a loss for words. Okay, so I thought they were all just gonna be like the same attunements that like the other variations of the bioblade had. Nah, these are completely different. Okay, I gotta go see what all of them are now. Alright, the next attunement here is the one for the Crimson or Corruption here. So let's go ahead and see. There we go. And I guess let's go ahead and test it on these enemies. Okay, so this one is what the desert attunement used to be. So it looks, is it shooting a projectile too? So yeah, this one is like the desert one, and it does, it shoots like a projectile every so often. Wow. Oh, like when it like decreases in power, it looks like it shoots a projectile. And then I'm guessing when I let it go, it will also like shoot the sword. Whoa, oh my dude, this is so cool. That is so cool. Alright, next up is the attunement for the snow biome, jungle, ocean, or I think sulfuric sea, I believe. So let's go ahead and see if we can attune it before these guys get to us. There we go. And let's go ahead and take a look at what this thing does. Oh my, whoa, oh my god. This is great. What? It's just like a crazy ass whip. Look at the range too. Oh my god, that did 1,000 damage. Oh my god. Dude, this range is insane. Yeah, every so often it looks like it does like an even longer attack. And last but not least, we have the attunement for the astral biome. So let's go ahead and try and not. Actually, here we go. I can show you guys that, yeah, the astral slimes do not drop any astral ore, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and not die. Let's go ahead and attune our weapon here and see what this thing is gonna do. Whoa, it's doing some weird spin. Oh wait, no! Hold on, my secondary attunement is also, like, active? This is the ocean attunement thing. What does the ocean attunement even do? That's the enchanted chain hook floats near you, striking enemies and making the hook twirl. Okay, damn, sick. So what does this attunement actually do, though? It's so hard to tell. Whoa! Oh wait, is it like, does it launch me? It looks like I'm charging it up here. And now, is it fully charged? And then it like, oh, weird. So does it actually do damage then or not? Oh, it does damage when I launch myself into them, it looks like. Very cool. Can I find an enemy with the full power and launch at them? Okay, that I kind of missed there, unfortunately. Okay. You know what? It's cool. I think it's probably the most underwhelming of the other three, but still very cool. Oh my god. Okay. This is actually so cool. I figured out another thing that this weapon does. If you launch yourself into the ground, dude, yo, this is so cool. This weapon, this whole like bioblade mechanic, like slash gimmick, is so cool. Like, that's so awesome. I don't know how practical it is. It honestly doesn't seem too practical, but like, god damn, is it cool. Alright, gamers, well, now that we got our absolutely just stupid, very cool weapons, let's go ahead and test them out on our next boss, which is going to be the Ravager, using the Death Whistle here. So I don't really remember this fight, like, at all, so it might be a newer one. I, at the very least, don't recognize this summoner, and I don't really know where to fight him either, so I figured, like, this little arena in our corruption biome, or crimson biome, should be good enough. So I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and try and use some of these cool ass weapons. So, oh my god, first off, that Death Whistle scream was terrifying. Oh my god. Oh wow, true. Okay, I think maybe true melee will be a very hard thing to hit with this. But can I actually? Yeah, you know what? I think maybe true melee is just probably not the way to go. I can try and hit him with like the spinny thing here. Let's see. This is just a beefed up golem fight. Honestly, this is crazy. And there we go. And just and just like that, I am sufficiently killed. Wow. Okay. Let's try and go into that like immediately one more time. Let's go ahead and spawn this thing in. I feel like maybe a true melee weapon is not going to it's probably not going to be the move here, but I did notice I can do damage to, like, the wall. What is this? A flame pillar? Dude, what does... This boss is crazy. But I did see I can do damage to the walls, so maybe that's, like, the strat I should be doing. Like, try and, like, break the walls so maybe he can't spawn them in or something. Or maybe it is just straight up, like, a golem fight, and I have to, I just have to, like, kill off his arms and stuff like that. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? But I'm gonna go ahead and... Wow. I was gonna say I'm gonna speed up this attempt, but I'm about to die right here, so I guess I'll speed up the next attempt. try and take it a little bit more seriously and actually focus on learning the boss's moves, and then I guess just hopefully we can like do okay. This boss is honestly pretty crazy. Ooh, okay. Okay. You know what? That was a good attempt. I feel like I did learn a decent amount about that boss. That's gonna be pretty fun. Honestly, like, the boss is already pretty fun. That's crazy. He has a lot of health. He's very tanky. I do honestly really feel like a different weapon would be better. Like, not that this weapon isn't good, it's just like, I feel like a weapon with like a little bit more piercing, or maybe like an explosion kind of attack would suit this boss much better. But the weapons I have as a choice right now don't exactly have it. I guess the closest weapon I have would be this one, but I feel like if I get this close to the boss, then I feel like he's just gonna kind of destroy me. So I'm gonna give it a few more attempts with these weapons. I feel like honestly I can do it. I think it's really just kind of learning the phases and then evading like when I can. So let's go ahead and get into it a few more times and try and take this boss down. And there we go. Okay. That didn't take many attempts at all. And you know what the game changer was? Like, honestly, I was like halfway through that fight, and you might have even been able to tell, like, during the like fast forward of the fight, halfway through, I was just like, you know, if there's no like restrictions on the biome for this boss, then why don't I just like fly around more? Because like really the only reason I was getting hit was because I was trying to confine myself to this small area, but once I realized that, I was like flying all the way up here, all the way over here, and I just got hit so much less because I could just be mobile. So I did, and there we go. Just like that, we actually won the fight. So hell yeah, and we also got a little bit of lore. So there's that. Again, TLDR, boring goofy lore. Not gonna read that, too boring. But let's go ahead and open up the treasure bag. 3, 2, 1, bam. And what did we actually get from this? So first off, we got a fleshy geode, which is consumable. Which, does this give me like ore or something? Oh, damn. Hey, you know what? That's pretty useful. That's pretty, maybe if you want to like farm out this boss instead of going mining, you know, I'll take that. That also gave me a platinum, it looked like, which, or at least it gave me some gold, which is pretty cool. We also got ourselves the Ultimus Cleaver, which does 251 true melee damage, launches damaging homing sparks, and explodes on enemy. Oh my god, dude, this, oh my, I love this. I love this weapon already. Look at this weapon. That is so sick. Let's go ahead and see, like, what it does on a dummy. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so cool. Let me get rid of my my summon so I can actually see the full damage here. Doing about 900, or not 900, about 1,000, about 1,000, and with the true melee hits, it does, wow, oh my god, it does about 3,000. Damn, this thing is sick. Oh my god, oh my god. Dude, I might even replace this with, like, the Tyrant Yarm sword. Like, what? This is so cool. This is honestly so cool. Okay, let's continue, though. We got the Wild Flesh Totem. This is a material. It can be worn. Halves enemy contact damage. When you take contact damage, this effect has a 20-second cooldown. Okay, damn. And what is this actually a material for? For the Core of the Blood God, which is a seemingly very late game thing. But this might be a good contender to replace my Bloody Worm Scarf. Because this also does, like, reduced contact damage. Or I guess what it does is increased damage reduction, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing. So maybe I can, like, put this on in place of this, and that might be good. I don't know. I'll test that off camera. But then we also got Infernal Blood, which permanently increases the duration of Rage Mode by 1 second. So, bam, hell yeah, there we go. Now we have a longer Rage Mode. I don't know how much longer, but the Rage Mode already feels like it's pretty long. So I'm sure that it is already just way better. But gamers, with that being done, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode there. So like the video if you like it, subscribe if you liked it. Thanks for watching. And subscribe and do all that stuff and stick around for next episode where, yet again, we do more bosses, we upgrade our gear, and it's just a good time. So stick around and subscribe. And again, like I said, peace.